Good morning. So I started making coffee, look I'm biting, and Gray left yesterday and left grounds for a pour over. And so I love my parents. I love my parents first off. My parents share a almost depression era thing about waste, and they were not. They were born part of the depression, but they were raised in relative poverty to me, and how I was raised. So what they rose to, because they're not even boomers, they're pre-boomers, but they're born in 40 and 42 anyway. And they're from parents born here, but their parents, their grandparents came from Austria and Germany. And anyway, I'm really babbling today. Grade left his grounds for pour. They're already ground. So I made a pour to save coffee because, as I said, even though something I'm always, what's the word? Things we don't, we're just like, of our parents. My mother in particular saved everything. Even though I rebel against that, and I didn't rebel, it's just not. So I did rebel against one point. I don't know. It's I'm part of who I am to not be that way. And someone said that way. I had to admit it. I couldn't let these grounds go. I was like, I'll make one. So I did a parlor. I already did it, and it's now finished. And it's a nice black cup of coffee. I'm gonna have a sip, and then I'll keep chatting while I have my adaptogens and my sown sweet and creamy. That's a good cup of coffee. But I think I can taste the age. Beans are a bit old. He bought them a safe way. So there's no way in hell that more recent than 30 days. I mean, maybe slightly, but I would say most likely by coffee beans, even from higher end, being in the grocery store, in your big chain grocery store. You're rarely gonna find it newer than 30 days. I think probably more likely closer to 90. I'm getting my sown sweet and creamy. And I think I've decided I'm gonna wean myself off this. It's gonna be hard. I don't know, maybe I'll just have it for the first cup. I don't like the end of the sugar. There's not a lot of sugar here. Of course you use a lot, but anyway, before I joined, there's a guy stuck in there. I need to warn guests about putting things in there. There's a way to place this one area they have to put. I keep a couple of knives that don't get my knife off. They have to really tuck them in there, and what got popped up, and it's gonna be some work. I worked on it already. I was working on it before I make coffee. Now I'll tell you something a friend of mine told me a year or so ago. You shouldn't drink coffee until you've been awake for 2 hours, something, I don't know, your rhythm, your body. So I generally try that because I usually read a bit about an hour before I get out of bed. Then I putter, do other things. I meditate. Usually I'll meditate after coffee, and honestly, usually I don't meditate. And there's my adopted and so insignificant eyeglass. Whatever I was talking about. Doesn't matter. My friend Pierre comes today very soon. Flight's supposed to land at 11:30. It's kind of late. It's my first day, first day of vacation, Monday. And Monday's always, I get up a little later. I don't have any appointments on Mondays. But I generally am rather later than 8. Boy, did I sleep in. But when I watch Ezra Klein, who I have found, he's hard not to like, but there's a lot about him. Like Abundance, the book, at first, interesting stuff here. Very quickly, I read a bit. I gave it to my father. I read a bit. I was like, I did sit and read people talking about it and the arguments against it. I really got. I should read the book, of course, but I will probably listen to it at some point. Also, honestly, for as earnest as ever is, that's the one thing you can like him more. I like him more. His voice is kind of annoying me. The hate my voice probably annoyed a lot of you. And he interviewed, though, on Saturday, Ta-Nehisi Coates. Now, there's a writer that I'm a bit more interested in. He's a little more direct, a little more urgent, a little more embodies his role. Doesn't try, like, Ezra's almost a politician. Ta-Nehisi is more opinionated, for lack of a better word. I feel like that term has become, it's not right to have opinions. I think we have to have opinions. You just don't claim to them. You just don't, it must be my way. No, you can't do that. But you have to have an idea. You have to have an opinion. Is this coffee any good? Anyway, real babble today, real disorganized. I got up late, pick up my friend in about an hour. I'll leave with this. He's French. He's from Paris. He lived here for a long time. When he was young, actually when we lived together briefly in Berkeley, he did something because he's a poor grad student. He did something that got on his record. And this is 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 30 plus, 35 years ago. Anyway, ever since, it takes him a long time to get through secondary. And that's, he's always put in the secondary, and then it generally takes him a long time to get through customs. And so, his plan now is about an hour, but he probably won't be ready for 2 hours. Then it's fast. We'll go get a burrito because of the minute things that runs allowed. We'll he lived here. Now, this Spanish guy lived here for 10 years, or not quite 10 years maybe, but he visits every year at least. And he's about equal parts Californian and French. I won't say American, I'll say Californian, coastal Californian. I don't mean that in the elitist way, it just means it's his culture. He learned to be an adult in San Diego and then up here in the Bay Area. And so anyway, he loves a breed. So crazy that it's so well. And so we will go, we usually go to Farleytown, but lately I feel like that's a better alternative. So who knows what we'll go. As equally would go to Castillito. And I've been at Castillito probably a year, probably since he was last year, but it too, like Farleytown has fallen. There are better breeders, I believe. It's a lot coordinated this weekend, which is ironic because I haven't been to a taqueria in a long time. I'm trying not to. Hey. So anyway, we'll go where we go. I'd like to go see. I must say, I'm not so just saying when we go see Monday after another. I'd like to see it again today. And then, I'll probably fall asleep at it because jet lag. What else? I think we've talked about that. We should well, and I'll probably be doing a shorter shotgun so do a little break while I have my friend here. Ciao. Keep cool. Keep sane. Keep safe.